extra amount annually. You could if you wanted to, but right now there's nothing of that sort.
I'm interested in us as a community determining if we would consider the utility tax. Our surrounding neighbors go up to 10%. For us, if we even did a 5% tax on utilities, that would raise $4 million, in which we could propose half goes to the city and half would go to the school. That would generate $2 million right there per year. And then we could choose to take it up in years from there, and we could also scale it down for our senior citizens.
Have we ever had a utility tax? You said we don't have one now. You've never had one? When was the last time we increased the other taxes? Like, when was the last time we increased the hotel bed tax? Our financial director, Todd?
I'm going to guess here and say 2005.
I think we have to consider on these taxes, though, if we can spread them out versus hotel. We don't have very many hotels. We're going to hit one of our biggest assets here in town, mainly Mike, and I think he's taken quite a hit already this year, so I want to caution us if we would lean that way. Mm-hmm. That affects mainly one person.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, in these very uncertain economic times, I mean, it's very early into this current recession, so to be proposing, you know, a $520,000 gift basically to the Unified School District at this time is perhaps not very fiscally prudent given the state of the city and what we don't know yet. So,
on that note, I have a question for the finance director. So we have this $4 million economic uncertainty reserve. Have we ever pulled from that other than last year's donation to the schools?
Well, last year's donation to the school was pulled out of the general fund reserves.
Oh, it wasn't from the...
No, and the economic uncertainty reserve was just created a few years ago when there was issues or people were forecasting that some of our large businesses were going to leave. 50% of our sales tax revenue comes from only 15% of the businesses. So if one of those large companies were to leave, we would lose a substantial amount in sales tax revenue.
I have a question for Finance Director. In addition, it seems like the prudent thing may be to take the money out of reserves, but is there a plan? Is there any type of a plan from where the reserves, which reserve fund may be attached?
Well, last year the city was especially conservative with their spending and actually exceeded the minimum 20%. So there's another $3 million of money in the reserve fund that is currently unallocated.
Okay.
I have a question for, you can sit down, for Ms. Clemens.
Yes, Councilmember Sanders.
You mentioned, or in one of your slides, you wrote restore services and yeah, the safety, the student support, and curriculum. So are you saying that right now we have, the school has cut $108,000 from the budget that was specifically supposed to go for safety issues?
Those are cuts, yes, I am saying that.
Interesting.
And by safety, let's clarify, as you said, is in cleaning up the school and landscaping?
In landscaping, yes, in landscaping of all of the schools within Manhattan Beach. That would be overgrowth, that would be safety issues, blacktops, landscapers. The landscapers are supposed to care for all of the grounds on the schools, particularly in the elementary level. And yes, we've had to cut back on that. And so we are requesting the funds to support these.
You said, what is, you said that you were going to have to increase the class sizes. What are they currently at?
Class sizes from K through 3rd are a 1-to-20 ratio. And we do estimate that we would have to go up from 1 to 20 at that level. That is the jewel of Manhattan Beach education. and it is the thing that draws a lot of new residents to Manhattan Beach, is that at our elementary school level that we do have the ability to have a 1-to-20 ratio, which is crucial at the foundational level of studies. That would have to go up to a 1-to-30. And about 3 years ago, we did have a similar unique situation as we're having now, where we did have to increase this classroom size, and at the high school level and for the third grade classes. And I have to tell you, it did affect our testing scores, and currently, Manhattan Beach Unified School District is 5th in the state as far as state requirements in testing. And I have to say, we're trying very hard and diligently to move up that ladder and not down.
Do you know what the average is for, say, like Redondo Beach? What is their
An average class size? No, it's actually, I probably do. If you could give me a moment. I believe it is 1-to-26.
So just a point of clarification, the combined revenues you said of approximately $51 million, and so this 500